Alright guys, so today we are going to be doing something that I've never personally done before, and that is make ice cream. Obviously, if you watch this channel, you know what we do here, and we're not making some really nice, flavorful, homemade ice cream that's going to taste really good and all that stuff. We're going to be making ice cream out of liquids that you should never make ice cream out of. Every single flavor is going to be absolutely disgusting and gross, and they're going to be the worst combinations because that's what you guys like to watch for some reason. You guys like to see me suffer and try all these disgusting foods. So that's what we're going to be doing. And also, all of these concoctions of these different liquids and different ice cream flavors that I'm going to be making all came from people that watched me on Twitch. We all collaborated and kind of worked together and figured out what flavors are going to be the most gross. So if you're not watching me on Twitch, you're missing out on stuff like that. So there's a link in the description for that. Check me out on Twitch. I have this thing is actually kind of heavy. I have this ice cream machine, and I'm gonna tell you how this works. So the way this thing works is actually pretty simple. It just has this little bucket here where you put all your ingredients, and it has this little thing in here that spins around, and you put all your ingredients here, and you put it inside of here. This area has like has a compressor in it, so this is refrigerated. So you just put this bucket in here with all of your ingredients, and then the bowl slowly gets colder and colder and colder as this thing spins around in circles and churns up all of your ingredients. And then after about 45 minutes, you have ice cream. And this is what we will be using to make all of the ice cream. I'm not gonna make you guys suffer through and watch the machine work, but that's how it works. Now, as for our ice cream recipe, if you guys are interested in doing this at home, and maybe not with all the gross liquids that I'm going to be doing it with, but maybe you want to actually make real ice cream, we're going to be using 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. This whole carton is 2 cups. So you pour that in. And then into that mixture you add 1 cup of whole milk. And then that gives you pretty much your ice cream base, and then to this you add whatever type of liquid you want or whatever flavoring you want to make your ice cream. Now, I know that I said every single thing was going to be completely disgusting, but the first one is going to be good. There has to be a little bit of a give and a take here. I gotta have something that's good before I try all the stuff that's disgusting. I'm just gonna put in 2 cans of, well, it's Sam's Cola, but 2 cans of Coke. We'll make some nice Coke flavored ice cream, see how that turns out. And then whatever you're gonna add, like I'm adding Coke, you add 4 cups of whatever liquid you're adding. At least to this thing. Put in our cans of Coke. And then you just put this inside of here. Put our lid on. And then the timer says 60, but realistically it only takes about 45 minutes. And it's just gonna sit there and spin and cool down until the ice cream's made. So, I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes. All right, the first batch is done. As you can see, turned out very nice. Almost just a little bit more than soft serve ice cream. See how it tastes? I better enjoy it because this is gonna be the only good bite that I get all night. You know, not as flavorful as I thought it would be. That's not bad at all. You can actually taste a pretty good bit of the Coke, and it's actually not bad. It tastes pretty good. Now, since I know that you guys don't really like to see me enjoy myself, I guess now it's time to break out the gross stuff. Oh, I'm so excited! Can't even express my excitement. Get our cup of milk in here. And now for the nasty ingredient that I know every single last one of you want, and I know that this is probably going to be the only one that you care about, pickle juice. Pickle juice ice cream. I don't know why anyone would ever want such a thing. Come on. This is going to be the most disgusting thing ever. I don't even want to talk about them. They're so disgusting. I don't even want to talk about them. Guess I'll see you in 45 minutes. Well, the poison is made. I don't know if you can see it on camera. like it almost has this like radioactive green type of glow to it compared to whenever I made the Coke flavor. It just has like this unnaturally nasty looking color to it. And not only that, I can smell like the creamy ice cream flavor with the pickle smell mixed into it. And it's a very, very disgusting smell. I don't want to try this. Let's bone apple teeth. That should be a crime. I should literally, after creating this, I should literally go down to the police station and turn myself in and just like accept a life sentence for committing such a horrible, heinous crime. Obviously, we all know that pickles are bad. I didn't even know that this level of disgusting existed. Like this is a whole new level of disgusting. That this is probably like groundbreaking levels of disgusting. And I think what makes this so nasty is that it's deceiving. Like, if you just looked at this, if I looked at this and I didn't know that I had mixed in disgusting pickle juice into this, then I would think like, oh, maybe this is just like an odd flavor of ice cream. So then you take a scoop of it and it looks like ice cream, but then you taste it and then you're just smacked in the face with this nasty combination of like a creamy, vinegary, pickly flavor all mixed into one. This is probably the nastiest thing I've ever had. I've tried a lot of nasty stuff. I honestly, I can't even think of anything that's worse than this. I think this takes the record for the nastiest thing that I've ever tried on this channel. I've even ate pickles on this channel. I would rather eat a pickle than to take like a full spoonful of this all day, any day. Like this, that's how bad this is. I would rather eat a pickle than eat this. That tells you how bad it is. So let's get this nasty concoction out of here. It's so disgusting. Now that we have that nastiness out of there, we can go on to the next one. And this next one, I'm actually, deep down, I know that it's gonna be gross, but I'm halfway a little bit excited for it. Because I think that even though it's gonna be gross, I think it might have the potential to be a little bit good. I'm gonna be adding hot sauce, specifically Frank's Red Hot Buffalo sauce. What made me think of this was that usually whenever you eat hot sauce, maybe not this hot sauce, but if you eat some hot sauce that's like too hot, usually people say the first thing that you should do is either drink milk or eat ice cream. So what if we just go ahead and take the hot sauce and then mix it into the ice cream? Is it gonna like give us just the flavor of the hot sauce with like the ice cream but no heat because the heat's like neutralized by the ice cream? Or is it just gonna be spicy ice cream, or what's it gonna be? Unfortunately, I could not find a recipe for how much hot sauce to add to an ice cream mixture. So, I guess we're just gonna go with, we'll go with that much. Because you don't want to overdo it and mix this around here. Yeah, it has a pretty nice little hot sauce color. So it's now the moment of truth. The hot sauce ice cream is done. Oddly enough, it doesn't have too much of a smell. I can definitely smell a little bit of the hot sauce, but it doesn't smell nearly as strong as it is like even whenever you open the bottle. I guess maybe all the milk and cream maybe kind of dampen the smell down a little bit. Oh. Alright. I don't know what to expect. It has to kind of... I should have brought a drink out here. That's weird. Man, that burns my throat. Whenever you first put it in your mouth, like you don't really taste much. It's kind of just like a, you just kind of taste a little bit like, you know, ice cream. And then you just taste like the milk and the heavy cream. And then like the longer it sits there, you start to taste like the flavors of the hot sauce. And it's not that bad. And then the longer it sits there, then you start to get the heat. And then whenever you swallow it, it's kind of just like all heat all the way down the back of your throat. I know like whenever whenever you have a bunch of hot sauce, it's supposed to, or whenever you eat a bunch of hot sauce, you're supposed to have ice cream and milk and stuff to like calm the heat down. But if you if you make the ice cream with the hot sauce, that doesn't make the heat go away. That is such a, I always want to have some more just because it's such a weird experience. It it literally has a delayed reaction. And whenever as soon as you put it in your mouth, it actually doesn't taste all that bad, just like I said. But the longer it sits there and it kind of melts, that hot sauce comes out and the heat and the flavor comes out, and then it's just kind of like not really that good. Do not make hot sauce ice cream. It's no good. Now that hot sauce one was pretty gross. But this next one, I'm oddly excited for. It honestly has a very, 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 very slight potential of being good. I think it's probably going to be disgusting, but it still has that very, very slight chance that it could be really good. And in this new one, oddly enough, milk is part of the recipe. If you would make this thing the normal way, not the way we're going to make it. So this next one is macaroni and cheese. That sounds so weird just saying it. Macaroni and cheese ice cream. We might actually only need one of these packets because this obviously isn't very big. But we will not be using the noodles. We will only be using the cheese packet. Smells good. I think that's enough. Since all the other things that we add are liquid, I'm gonna just add some water just to make sure there's enough liquid. I don't want this turning into like a powdery ball or anything like that. All right, let's see if this turns out good or bad. All right, this one is finally done. This one took twice as long as any other flavor that I've done so far because the first batch that I made, I didn't take into consideration the powder. I just thought that I just thought as the ice cream made, the powder would get like mixed in really good. That was not the case at all. The first batch was just like, the powder had just like collected on top. All the ice cream was just like underneath. So there was like, it wasn't like thoroughly mixed in. So I had to make a second batch, thoroughly mixed it in, and then it's like, it's like, something about the powder makes the ice cream like fluff up like really high. And I had to like scoop ice cream off of the top like 3 separate times throughout the process, and then it's still full to the top again because it just like bubble bath, how it just like keeps like foaming up and up and up and just like keeps going. So I don't know what that's about. As far as smell, I mean, it smells cheesy. That's weird. That is, man, that's unique. I don't even know what to say about that. It's not good. Let's make that clear first and foremost. It's not good, but it's not completely disgusting. If you were to take just like regular, like cold macaroni and cheese, and then you took it out of the fridge, and then you put it into a blender, and then you like blended that with maybe like a little bit of water, and then just made it cold. That's what it tastes like. As weird as it sounds, it's not the most horrible thing I've had, but it's not really good. The cheesiness with the like it's not even just cheese. It's like a this even makes it, I don't even know if this makes sense. It's like a fluffy cheesiness, but that has like a creamy ice cream flavor. It's very, very, very bizarre, and I don't like it. It's not very good. It's nowhere near as bad as pickles, and it's not as weird as hot sauce, but it's just very weird. So let's move on to the last one. It's finally time for our final flavor. It is going to be a very special one. All right, this final flavor. I know this one's gonna be gross. It's gonna sound gross, but it's part of the channel. We have to do it. If you guys remember, in this box, I have tons of ramen noodle chicken seasoning packets from that video where I made the ramen noodle, I made the table out of ramen noodles. So, we're gonna make ramen noodle chicken flavored ice cream. This is gonna be rough. These things have been sitting in the garage since that video too. Oh yeah, look at that. Get all that in there. Get all that sodium, MSG. That's a strong smell. I might not have to put that many of these in there. I thought I was gonna have to put like maybe 8 or 10 or something. I might not have to put that many. I would bet there's probably gonna be enough sodium in here for like a month. Easy. Let's do one more. I think that should be more than enough for the little bit of ice cream we're gonna be making. And then just like the mac and cheese, I'm gonna add a little bit of extra water just so it doesn't get too dry. I'm gonna throw this on the machine and then we'll come back with chicken flavored ice cream. Oh, our last flavor, chicken ice cream. Now this one, unlike all the other ones, for whatever reason, those chicken packets, this one has a very strong smell. Like you could, like as it was being made, you could just smell it throughout the entire house. This like, I know this is gonna sound gross, but it almost just kind of like a wet chicken type of smell. I know that sounds gross, but that's exactly what it smells like. And it's strong. It's not like the other ones where it just has a little bit of a smell. It's a strong smell. Let's get a bite here. Oh. Woo. That joke I made earlier about having a week's worth of sodium inside of this thing, I take that back. I think this has like 6 months worth of sodium inside of here. That was just like pure salt is all that tasted like. I could taste the chicken a little bit, but it was just like so much, it almost tasted like I took some ice cream and just put it in my mouth and then just like opened a salt shaker and just like dumped the whole salt shaker in my mouth. That is incredibly salty. I want to like see if there's at least a little bit of like, I want to say good chicken flavor, but I don't know how good it's going to be. Let me just try to find a little tiny, I'm just going to, maybe just a little tiny little itty bitty bite. Okay, that actually isn't too bad. If you try just a tiny itty little, just a little bit, just enough to get a little bit of flavor. They kind of go together a little bit. I feel like of all the weird things that we've mixed into ice cream today, now don't get me wrong, none of these were very good, besides the Coke was the only one that was even halfway decent. Of all the other things that we made into ice cream, if someone took the time to like carefully like craft it and like really do some type of formulations on it or something and like really perfect the recipe, I feel like this could possibly maybe be something. But I feel like this one's probably the only one that has any type of shot of being anything other than just purely disgusting. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I didn't enjoy it, but I know that means that you guys probably will enjoy it. If there's anything else that you want to see me try to make ice cream out of, or if there's anything else that you want to, I don't know, anything else that you want to see me try to make something out of that like this that doesn't really belong together, leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.